I'm selling my Staccato. And yeah, you know, it might be a little bit clickbaity, and you know, that's just the name of the game these days here on YouTube, but I just wanted to post this video and maybe share and maybe save some of you guys money. It's all about the use case. Let me take it out of the case here. I was taking photos of it to put up on arms list. There is nothing wrong with the Staccato. This is the Staccato P. I paid around 25 and some tax on it. I love the gun. I absolutely love the gun. I mean, I could just sit here and just do this all day because it's so smooth. Even right now, I'm actually considering not selling it as I'm playing with it in my hands. I have 3 20-round mags. Two. I have two 20-round mags and then a bunch of the regular mags. It comes with 2 or 3. These mags are like $80 a piece, okay? That's the first hit to the pocketbook, other than the actual cost of the gun. You know, the reason I should say is twofold. First of all, I have a lot of Glocks. I like Shadow Systems, so when I say Glocks, I just mean, you know, Glock platform type guns. I do have a few Glocks as well. I'm getting more into the mindset. I have a baby coming. My wife is 35 weeks pregnant. I'm trying to get to where I have less range toys and I have more practical application firearms. I saw a post by Sam Houston of Warrior Poet Society and Greenlight Tactical. If you're a night vision person, you should definitely look into Sam, and really just for anything. But great instructor. I'd love to take a night vision class from him one day. But he made a post, I'll put it on the screen right here, and he was just talking about how, you know, he teaches a lot of courses, and he's been to a lot of courses, and he's seen expensive guns like this, and he said $4,000 2011s. This is not a $4,000 one, but so I'm not sure what he's seen, but he's seen them break and he's seen them have issues, and the essential point of his post is he can shoot a stock Glock just as good as anybody can shoot one of these, and it doesn't break down, and it's, you know, super reliable, as we all know about Glocks. And which is why I have quite a few of them, and I also love them. I do have to modify mine a little bit to make me happy with shooting a Glock, but that's just me. But and he said, you know, and then you don't have to spend thousands of dollars on the gun. Another $400 or $500 right here I have in magazines, you know, and it's not as reliable. You know, the tolerances are a little tighter on these. There are a lot more Leos out there. I think our SWAT team here in Jacksonville is starting to move towards Staccatos. I've never had a single issue shooting the gun. I've never had a malfunction. I keep it lubed. I do like to clean it just because I like breaking it down and cleaning it. But I can't argue with people saying that if you take it to a 1,000-round class, and at some point in that class the gun starts breaking down, that's a warning sign. I mean, not to say that it's going to happen to me or to any of you guys that have a Staccato. I guess my point of this video is just that I bought this on a little bit of an impulse. I had the extra cash at the time, and if you're going to buy something this expensive, maybe have a use case for it if you can. And like if it's end of the world and I gotta grab one pistol, I'm not grabbing this one. Not that you have to have that mentality for your guns, but I would like to have most of my guns in my gun safe I can grab and give to a friend, neighbor, coworker, whatever, if the world had fallen, you know. And I try not to look at life too much through that lens, but a little bit. So, and then I have a bunch of Glock magazines, and they all work in all of those guns, and you know, things are we can toss mags to one another and that kind of thing. And manual of arms on the firearm. If I hand this to somebody, I'm gonna have to show, okay, there's a safety right here, and you gotta learn, you gotta know what to do. Whenever you push out, you push down on the safety. So there's more to it that you'd have to teach people on this gun. Not that it would take long, and we could use the money right now, you know, to be honest. So that's another big part of it. That was the gut-wrenching thing that I had to say. I could probably get about $3 grand for all of this. So could we use an extra $3 grand right now with the baby on the way and all that? Yeah, we're having gutters installed in the house, you know, so I was just thinking, maybe I should just sell the Staccato. There's nothing wrong with owning this gun, and who knows, I might wind up keeping it. I don't know. But if you're trying to have a gun that is going to just be you know, completely reliable that you're never going to have to worry about. It's never going to be something that's going to be a concern for you, or if you had to give it to anybody. But if things were to go down or whatever, and you kind of look at life a little bit through that lens, and you're not just wanting a range toy, but you're wanting something you can fight for your life with, you can definitely do that with this. But for how long, I guess, would be the question. Like for my Glock 19 Gen 3, I have a whole, I bought a pack, I forget who it was from, but it's all the parts that go into the slide, so I can just replace them out really quickly if I need to. Include like the guide rod, I know you have to do after what, 20,000 rounds or something like that, whatever it is. So I can just easily find those parts and swap them out. I have a Gen 5 Glock 19, so you know, if you have the money and if you can afford it, it's not a bad thing to buy. It's definitely something that you're gonna love. It's a smooth, that smooth action is just, you know, there's nothing like it. They're super well made. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Staccato and how they make their guns. I'm just some dude in Florida that likes to shoot. So you know, I am not making any kind of claims like that. I'm just saying that Sam's post made me think about it and really consider what I had in my gun safe that I didn't really need to hang on to anymore. I have a CZ75. I could sell that, you know. I love that gun. Kind of the same thing with this, you know, same situation as far as, you know, having to give it to someone, show them how to use it and that kind of stuff. It's a lot easier to show them how to use a Glock than it would be one of these metal frame guns, double action or single action. But that gun is, you know, $600-700. This gun's like $3,000. Like I said, with this, I'm selling it with a T-Rex Arms Ragnarok with the QLS fork as well. Anytime I get a new gun type, I buy this so I could easily holster it. You know, you guys tell me what you think. What's your mind process on these kind of purchases? Owning a gun, are you looking to get a Staccato or an expensive gun? It's down the line. You know, like I love watching Honest Outlaw, like most of us probably do, and he's got a ton of guns, and he's got those $6,000-7,000 handguns, which I would love to shoot one of those guns as well. But if we're being practical, and when I'm going to the range and I'm trying to get better as a shooter, I'm taking my shadow systems most of the time. I got a DR920L, which is like a Glock 34. Recently, and I've been shooting that a ton. My MR920, CR920, I have a DR920 with a Timney Alpha trigger in it. I love shooting those guns, and it's pretty much the same thing every time I go to the range and shoot. I can pick up any of those guns, and it's kind of the same process. This gun, it's different. It points different. Like a 1911 has that more, the angle's a little bit different, you know, and do you need the money, or do you have the money to spend, or do you need the money to sell? In my case, it's not that we're hurting for money, it's just that it wouldn't hurt to have an extra $3,000 right now if I can sell it for $3,000. But you know, this thing is kind of like a piece of art, and I do wonder, will this be the gun that I'll look back one day and say, man, I wish I wouldn't have sold it. But as I'm sitting here, I'm just looking at the gun and the magazines right here, $3,000. This right here that you're looking at, $3,000. You know, if we're looking at life's house stuff, that's gutters, that's a lot of prepper type stuff. If you want to get ammo and batteries and water and food and stuff like that, that's a nice AR-15 with a lot of accessories on it, or it's a Daniel Defense or something like that. I guess I'm just kind of, you guys are being my therapy sounding board here of am I making the right decision, but I am selling it, and hopefully it goes soon. I feel like I've been rambling, so I apologize for that. I did have on here a loopholed Delta Point Pro, which I took off and put the iron sight back on. So I'm keeping the Delta Point Pro. I actually put it on the Glock, or the Shadow Systems DR920L. Man, I love this gun. It's just so beautiful. It's black and matte. I love matte black stuff. But every time I shoot it, I have fun shooting it. It's a laser beam, especially with that Delta Point Pro on it. But I'm just like, I can't help but think while I'm shooting it that I should be shooting my Glocks. Or my CZ P07, which is my appendix carry gun. Should I be shooting that and getting better at that and practicing the double action trigger pull and then the single action trigger pull in a self-defense situation, versus why am I spending time shooting this? So is this a safe queen? Kinda, it is. I don't pull it out a ton. Is it just so that I can tell people I have a staccato? And that's stupid. You know, yeah, it's cool to be the guy with the staccato, but that's kind of dumb, isn't it? I mean, I don't know. Anyway, I don't want to ramble too long. I appreciate you guys watching this video. I appreciate you subscribing. I'm not expecting, I was looking at my stats on YouTube here. I haven't even hit monetization level yet of view hours, I think. But not that I probably will get monetized since it's a gun. I talk about guns on this channel. So whatever, but I do appreciate you guys liking and subscribing, as everyone tends to say, but it is a nice reminder to you guys, and I try to do it to other people that they took the time to make the video, so it takes 2 seconds for me to click a like button. So anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. Let me know down in the description what you think, and I look forward to chatting with you guys down there. Have a great day, and tell somebody you love them. Thanks.